Hi there, I'm Bee, and welcome back to Read in Rome. In my last two videos, we got a great start on our opinion writing. We learned about the structure of opinion texts and wrote an introduction paragraph. In this video, we'll learn how to write the middle part, the body paragraph, where we'll show our readers exactly why we believe what we do. Let's get to it. Today, we'll continue to use the example text from the Tourism Committee as a guide, this time focusing on the body paragraph. In some texts, there will be multiple body paragraphs, but in our case, we have one. Its job is to expand on the supporting reasons that were mentioned in the introduction. But how do we turn those short reasons from our intro into full sentences? Let's reread the reasons from the example's opinion statement and the body paragraph to see how the writer did it. First, let's take a look at the reasons in the intro. The Science Center has hands-on exhibits, amazing science shows, and a space zone. By themselves, those brief reasons likely aren't enough to showcase just how great the Science Center is. Now let's check out the body paragraph. First, the Science Center has hands-on exhibits that let you learn by doing. Next, there are live science shows where you can watch cool experiments like freezing balloons with liquid nitrogen. Last, it has a space zone with real astronaut gear and a moon rock you can touch. Can you spot what the writer added to the reasons in these sentences? To make them stronger, the writer added explanations and examples to help the reader understand why the Science Center is the best. Pause here to underline the examples or explanations that you see in each reason. In reason 1, the writer explains that the hands-on exhibits let visitors learn by doing. In reason 2, we get an explanation and an example. The science shows have experiments like freezing balloons with liquid nitrogen. Reason 3 includes examples too: astronaut gear and a moon rock. Did every single one of these reasons have both examples and explanations? No, and that's okay. Writers choose ideas that strengthen their opinion and help the reader better understand their thinking. Where do you think the writer got their information to write these full reason sentences? The writer used their own experience. Since this is their favorite place, they've been there and can describe it. When you create your body paragraph, you can rely on your experiences too. If you end up needing more ideas as you write, you can always do a little research. Let's use my reasons about the nature park to practice creating strong sentences. In my opinion statement, I said that the nature park was the best place to visit because it's peaceful, it has hiking trails, and you can see animals there. Let's start with my first reason. It's peaceful. To think about how to explain this reason, I can ask myself, what makes the nature park peaceful? It's important to keep in mind that my reasons must make sense to others, not just me. For example, it would not be helpful for me to say, the nature park is peaceful because my little brother isn't crying. That example really only matters to me. Instead, I'll focus on peaceful things that are actually at the nature park, like this. The nature park is peaceful because of the quiet trickling stream and the sounds of birds. My next reason is that the park has hiking trails. What do you think people might like about hiking trails? Pause here to create a full sentence explaining why the hiking trails help make the nature park the best. You might have said something like, hiking the park trails is great exercise, or that the hiking trails explore the park's most beautiful spots. Remember, there's no one right way to do this. When you write, just focus your thinking on helping the reader understand the reason. My last reason is that there are animals to see. What do you think my readers might be wondering about this? They're probably thinking, what kinds of animals? Thinking about the questions your readers might have is a great way to decide what details to include. Let's answer this question for my readers. Think about the kinds of animals that might be seen in a forest biome. Pause here to create a sentence that uses examples to further explain my reason. It's okay if you didn't know the exact animals in the nature park, but you should have recorded a reason along the lines of, you can see animals like deer, rabbits, and birds in their natural habitat. Now that you know how to explain your reasons, there's one more skill you need to be able to write a strong and clear body paragraph. Let's think back to that Science Center example one more time. Did you notice how the body paragraph wasn't just a list of facts? Instead, each sentence felt organized and connected. That's because the writer used transition words. Transitions are words or phrases that guide the reader to understand the order of your ideas. They often come at the beginning of sentences to signal that a new reason is starting. In the Science Center example, the writer used the transitions first, next, and last at the beginning of their reasons. There are many different transitions that can be used throughout your writing to help your ideas flow smoothly. For example, I could start with first or to begin to let my reader know that this is my first reason. Then, when I move on to my next reasons, I might use transitions like next or second, so my reader knows I'm moving on to a new idea. The transitions that you end up using are entirely up to you. You'll be able to choose whatever you think sounds best with your writing. Here is a list of common transitions and the reasons they typically go with. To practice, pause here to fill in transitions before each of the sentences in my body paragraph. How to go? If you used a transition from the first, second, and third rows, you helped our reader understand our thinking step by step. I'm choosing to go with these: to begin, second, and finally to wrap up my writing. Great work! I think you're ready to write your own. Today's skills will help you write a body paragraph that is clear, convincing, and easy to follow. As you're creating your own body paragraph, remember to trust yourself as a writer and keep your readers in mind. Next time, we'll tackle the last major chunk of our opinion writing, the conclusion paragraph. Until then, remember, where there are words, there's a world to explore. See ya. Hey, hey.